There we go. Good morning and welcome to day 1B of the French Grand Championship. Somewhere around 50 players getting ready to start round 1 now. We're watching, on the left side of the table, Sebastian Sanchez from Santiago, Chile. He's playing a Sinker Swarm, Sinker with hull upgrade, 104th Battalion pilot, Gold Squadron Trooper, 1, 2, 3 of those. Four of those. And on the other side of the table, we've got Paul Mandin from Paris, France. He's playing Duchess with Predator and 5th Brother. Suntifer with Predator and Shield upgrade. And Darth Vader with the Fire Control System and Afterburners. So I'll just give you all a quick good morning. Whoa, that's not the right way to put that camera, is it? Whoa, okay, so there we go. Good morning and welcome to Lyon in France. I'm having to lean over a bit because I've got my control computer over here and I've got other stuff over here, so I'm stretching out. I'm going to sacrifice myself. But anyway, we're ready to go with round 1. Time's going, and I should actually put the timer up on the screen now. If I change this down to about 13, so it'll be about the same. Stop, start. Right, so let's move on over to this screen where we can see them doing their first deployments. And I've got some stuff missed up here. Sync and activate shields, there we go. Right, now those names are pretty long. Gold Squadron Trooper should be alright. So if we flip over to the table camera. Yeah, that's looking good. 104th Battalion pilot. Yeah, everything looks pretty neat there. Some solid hit points on Sebastian's side of the table. And we've got no overlap as far as initiative is concerned.
Un auto-win.
Okay, so give me a moment just to pack some stuff up and I'll be right back with you. Why won't this charge?
Allez, on y va. Ça te dérange pas si je l'ai fait
Is that because
après je remets la raison,
it's
ils font
going
un focus.
this device may not be supported? What?
C'est relancé dans l'arc latéral à côté 1-2. Donc ça marche pas.
And this one won't charge at all.
C'est bon pour toi les numéros, hein, comme ça ils sont.
Oui, oui, c'est pas
Okay.
On a le chrono là, hein, si t'as vu.
T'as déjà fait un stream auparavant?
Ouais.
Alors, soutien.
So just trying to, I had some problems charging my tablet and for the chat. There's Twitch. If I plug it into there, it doesn't work at all. I gotta plug it into the other one, and I gotta get it. Oh, it's in. It's working. Okay, I'm ready to go. I think I'm in the chat now. Thank you for joining us at this early time in the morning. We got we got 5 rounds to get through today. Still don't work. So yeah, cautious openers here. Now you've got one thing where we've got Suntir and Darth Vader seem to be going, seem to be wingmanning it along the near edge of the board table, whilst Duchess seems to be playing bait as she kind of moves into the engagement area, kiting the Republic swarm towards the board edge, towards Paul's board edge. Pilot, right.
Stress.
It is good, yes. Thank you.
It's fine.
Oh, your TV.
It works?
Yeah, it works fine. Merci beaucoup. Had somebody, a local lady has lent me a TV for the day. Let me see now. So yeah.
Tu l'as un peu déplacé, hein.
Pour moi, je suis pas sur le truc. Mais
Non, mais tu l'avais bougé avec le.
peut-être.
Tu vois, tu l'avais un peu bougé. Parce qu'il était à 2.
Ouais, il était à 2, j'avais un peu bougé. Donc, t'es dessus.
On va le mettre bien à 2 si ça te dérange pas.
And then Dutch is 5th brother and Predator. Wow, stacking up on the Predators. Okay. It's a pretty standard list really on the Imperial side, right? Tried and tested, battle proven. Duchess has turned into the center of the board field now, having allowed the Sinker Swarm to kind of cautiously approach along the board edge. Add Republic. Sinkers in the air, let's see. Yeah, all it's got is a hull upgrade on him. So yeah, there's not really much to look at here. It's kind of like a variation on the Howl Runner Swarm, where Sinker's able to give friendly ships a reroll as long as they're in his side arcs. Now, as it stands, we've got Sinker is the one that's furthest from the camera right now. The one with the lower peg.
Latéral. Tu peux venir voir.
And Sebastian actually lives in France, native of Chile. He now lives in France, and he actually runs like a French language blog for X-Wing. So now they start to turn in to the center of the board. Now, obviously, gas clouds on all sides of the board. Both players have brought gas clouds, so the middle area of the board isn't really that much of a threat now. Something that Darth Vader wants to avoid, though. Doesn't want to skip those action steps. Okay, now this isn't, my chat tablet isn't working for me exactly.
Qu'est-ce que je vais faire avec comme action? Concentre.
And the whole Sinker Swarm focuses up, as I think we're going to see a little bit of combat here. But Duchess chooses to disengage and fly back towards her wingmates whilst doing a turn to the right. A short one. The sap seems to be having trouble.
Son tir.
And now Vader's probably going to go for the same. Oh no, turning in a little bit tighter. And he probably wants to stay right there. So again, this table isn't very stable. Every time they touch, they drop something, put something down. Whole thing makes the camera shake.
Bas. À toi l'honneur.
Pas d'or. Trop loin. On tire en bas. Porte à 3.
Donc 2 dés pour moi.
And my chat still doesn't work in here.
Joli.
Because the first attack, you've got 1, 2, it looks like 3 hits and a blank and a focus on the which means I'm down to 3 shields on the 104th Battalion pilot. There we go.
Duchesse.
3 dés pour moi.
Now, 2 hits and a focus becomes a crit from the Duchess. Thanks to the 5th brother. 3 evades. Means nothing happens there.
Sinker personne.
Why isn't it working? So Sinker looks like he's just out of range of Duchess. And the 104th and the Gold Squadron Troopers.
Donc 2 dés.
Oh, they're going to get 1 shot off. Maybe 2, maybe the Gold Squadron Trooper as well. 2 evades against a hit and a crit. I'll spend the focus, sorry. And that looks like that goes back to dials. Excellent, okay. Yeah, this isn't working. My chat's not working. I apologize. I've got no idea what you all are saying or anything. I'm going to try and shut down the app completely and try and come back in. Twitch.
Bien sûr, mais là t'as les deux. J'ai pas encore choisi pour l'instant.
Okay, so here's where the Sinker Swarm is gonna need to take a bit, make it a bit more effort to put some damage through. Luckily, they're only taking 3 shots, and they've got some pretty heavy soak on this table, right? No matter which, at best, Paul can remove 1 ship this turn, but he's probably likely to get Duchess into multiple arcs. I mean, Duchess is at ailerons, mean she's going to have some flexibility there, but I need to buy foam pads. Now, whereas the Imperials, you've got Suntir in a pretty good position because he's most likely to get into a flank here, flanking position, and not take any shots. Vader can easily disengage from where he is and not have to take too many shots this round. So the real trick is really trying to keep Duchess into a position where she's not going to have to take every single shot. Okay, now I have got the chat working. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is where we're going to get into the first real round of engagement.
Ok. C'est bon?
C'est bon.
Celui-là d'abord. Ouais, là je l'ai déjà. Ensuite celui-là.
So yeah, definitely moving into an excellent position here. Even with the possibility of maybe blocking a lot of options for... Let's see.
Je vais stresser pour prendre une esquive. Et pareil.
Okay, so the ailerons plops him right into that kill box, and now, oh no, it was in the ailerons. It was his maneuver, one bank to the right. So he used the Dutch's ability to not have to do the ailerons. Why has he got his phone open on the camera like that all the time?
Adore.
This is going to be sparkling water, isn't it? Yeah, I can feel the pressure inside the bottle already. Oh no, it's still okay.
Target lock. Force. En focus.
Okay.
Sortir.
Je le fasse?
Un peu léger.
Yeah. Just like they just kind of crept up. Some shiny template, shiny tokens. I can see, well, obviously, right, so it's a focus and a force. The force has been flipped. Those special force tokens from buy the same token. Okay, so Vader in multiple arcs.
Phase d'engagement.
On est bon, vas-y.
Alors, on va commencer par Vador. Portée P2 sur l'arc.
Okay, so I'm guessing Vader. So it looks like Sunti might be at range 1, yeah. Suspends the force, gets like 3 crits by the looks of it. And there's shiny die.
Donc ça fait un normal. Un crit.
That's a direct hit. And that's a
Ah ouais.
weapons failure. So 3,
Il lui reste 2 points de
4. He
vie.
took 4 damage cards, right?
Ce qui m'a fait mal.
Il reste 2 points de vie.
Yeah, 4 damage cards. Yeah, Suntir range 1 into the 104th.
Judge,
Judge.
je peux vérifier.
Savoir
Ouais.
une portée entre
Si Sountir, elle a
Sountir et
fait
l'arc.
1 sur lui.
Sountir sur l'arc.
Voilà.
Que tu peux tenir le vaisseau, s'il te plaît. Merci. Plus, respirez plus. Portez 1. Merci, monsieur.
Yeah. Range 1. One crit and a focus becomes 2 from Suntir onto the 104th. 104th rolls 1 evade, so takes 1 crit. That's a structural damage. No, console
Mais
fire.
je pourrais quand même attaquer,
Tu
même
pourras
si je
quand
fais
même
détruit.
attaquer, même si tu es détruit.
What have I done?
Duchesse. Et 1. Construit.
Donc 3 plus un vierge qui se transforme en esprit.
So that 104th battalion is now in a risky. Manages to tank those 2 shots, and stays on the board to be able to get his own shot off. 3 hits here. There's two evades and a focus. How do I get this open?
Sinker.
Allez, vas-y.
On va voir les portées. Je pense que je suis pas à portée. Duchesse.
Sinker firing.
Portée de travers les cailloux.
Oh, Sinker just shot, right? I guess not.
Pas trop le choix.
I guess that
Donc
was.
ça t'en fait 3.
So Sinker fires. I think he's firing on
Duchesse, elle a beaucoup amélioré.
Duchess.
Non.
Well, no, probably Vader, right? 1, 2, 3 hit.
Et
2 focuses and a hit. Become 3. 1 evade, 1 focus, 1 blank. 1 evade for the gas cloud then. So yeah, definitely Duchess. And spends the force from 5th brother for the 3rd evade. Go. Oh yes, oh yes, okay.
Sinker.
Now you've got 2 hits, a
Non.
reroll for
Je
Sinker.
l'ai pas. Je suis pas dans son arc latéral. Joliment joué.
And there's the evades.
On va voir lui s'il réussit à faire quelque chose sur Vador. 4.
On n'est pas à P1.
Ah non,
Gold
c'est vrai qu'on
Squadron
était pas à
Battalion,
faire.
Gold Squadron Trooper number 4, firing on Vader, right? 1 hit, 1 focus, 1 blank, spends the focus. I know this is from the 104th. Senkat, okay, 1 evade. And loses a shield on Vader.
Alors maintenant, il me reste 3 là. Je vais voir avec celui-là d'abord.
Je crois que je vois que Vador.
Je vais que Vador après 3. La relance.
1 hit, rerolls. For 2, looks like maybe a focus. And there's enough evades there to not make any difference.
Lui non plus il voit pas, donc Vador met P3. T'es d'accord hein? C'est juste quand même.
Much better. There's 2 hits there.
C'est le mieux que je peux faire.
And you're looking at 1 evade and looks like 3 blanks. Uses the force to change one of the focuses.
Donc il me reste celui-là. Non, celui-là il a tiré. Il me reste que celui-là. Il me reste que lui. Et il n'y a plus de force sur Vador. Et lui non plus a plus de force. Metal Gear. Donc au final, ça revient au même sauf que je vais tirer sur Vador.
Je pense que c'est mieux à faire, effectivement.
sera pas de nuage.
Sans nuage, mais j'ai la portée.
Another 2 hits against Vader. Vader's got more defense dice this time.
Bon, ça va.
Tu t'en sors bien là.
Ça aurait pu être pire. D'ailleurs, tu avais un dé de moins sur.
Oui.
And that's everything taken care of.
fait
For
un
that
lien.
round, they go
Tu
back
veux qu'on
to
refasse l'attaque?
dials.
Est-ce que tu m'avais touché ou pas avec lui?
J'ai fait juste un. Non, c'est l'autre qui t'a fait un bouclier. Lui, t'as rien fait.
Non, mais ça va.
Mais il faut pas qu'on l'oublie. Ouais, j'ai mis
Tu
en
as
plus.
oublié d'ailleurs le Constant Fire.
Je l'ai mis.
Non, mais de tirer avant de t'engager.
Ah bah je le lance.
And that was for the console
Donc, il
fire.
aurait quand même
So
tiré.
there was a dead ship.
Il aurait quand même tiré, donc
Ouais.
donc je récupère la.
Tu as raison, heureusement que tu as pensé.
Parce que ça m'aurait un peu fait chier.
Ouais.
En fait, lui, j'hésitais à soit aller très loin, soit rester derrière ça pour me protéger. Je pense que je préférais rester derrière ça.
Ah bah ça t'a bien aidé hein.
Je pense que c'était mieux à faire.
Ouais. Déjà.
So that round didn't go anywhere near as well as what Paul would have hoped for, or Sebastian for that matter. But yeah, so basically I'm mixing up players. Sebastian, that didn't go at all as well as he could have hoped for. He had all those shots on Vader, and yet only managed to take 1 shield off of him in exchange for losing the 104th. Now the 104th wasn't going to last long anyway, but yeah, it's not been a good turn for Sebastian there. So now he's down to 5 ships, and in a poor position right now, unless he kind of bugs out and disengages, but he doesn't want to do that with the Sinker Swarm. He wants to keep them as close to Sinker as possible. And maybe he's got an option of trying to block Vader here, but that just means that Suntir and Duchess are going to have the space to get round behind them. Dear, oh dear. What just happened? The door that was just opening on the left of the screen just kind of fell off its hinges. Luckily, the X-wing table it fell on had nobody playing on it. Or we'd have had like a Farn Lungaland situation from the European Championships, where it just crushes a table. Looks like the solution is just to prop it up in place for now. So this is where Sebastian's got to be very cautious with his maneuvers. You can see in his face when he's deciding. Paul's dials are down. Paul is relaxed. He's got this in a very winnable situation right now, and Sebastian is the one who has to work. To get himself into a winnable position. They're going to try and fix it with tape. So there you go. That a very exciting planning phase here, as they tear down a partition wall door and fix it. You guys can't see it, but just off camera, where They've just taped the door to its hinges. Now they're taping it shut. Done. So that door won't be used again this weekend.
Tu pouvais pas la faire sur ton stand, fallait que tu la faire chez nous.
Done and dusted then.
Ça va être. Ouais, elle m'a raconté un peu.
Ça va être deux. C'est par lui.
Et voilà, bravo.
J'ai eu peur de la première s'amuse et là tu dis hein quoi.
Okay, so K-turn from the first Gold Squadron Trooper. This one looks like it's turning. Yeah, it's a kind of a bug out sort of situation. Trying to spread ships out here. Trying to give as much possibility of blocking Sunti and maybe Vader.
Tonneau esquive.
Gonna barrel roll to the left, right.
Lui il va pousser. Concentré. Lui aussi il va concentrer. Duchesse.
So he's taking pictures for his blog, obviously. Now, he's managed to spread out pretty well in that area to give a bit more difficulty for Paul's maneuvers as far as Suntir and Vader are concerned, especially more difficulty to get themselves in a position where they can shoot this round. Now, this is what's happening here. He's discussing whether or not he's going to ailerons with Duchess. Duchess does aileron to the right, followed by what looks like a 2-speed bank to the right.
Suntia. Alors, je pense qu'il va falloir marquer le vaisseau. Sinon, si tu veux, je peux la faire comme ça. Si ça va.
Vas-y fais le nom parce que généralement ça.
Suntir just kind of does a straight hop over the 104th he had right in front of him. Looks like he bumps straight into the second one though. But out of most arcs, except for the 104th that did the K-turn without tokens, and Sinker,
Alors, 3. J'ai hésité à partir en 3 séries.
let me look at something quickly.
Twister.
This one. Alright, so range 1. So.
Donc là t'as dépensé une charge.
Je vais passer une charge de twist.
Yeah, Vader had to disengage there. There was going to be an obvious block coming up. Now the question is whether or not he burns the afterburner to try and escape arc, and then maybe barrel roll to get out of everybody's arc and set himself up to come back in for the next turn. Straight up barrel roll there. He's already spent one afterburners. Maybe he already did it. Well, I wasn't looking.
Pas de retire pas.
Là, on ne peut pas tirer.
Sous tir.
On peut tirer.
Ouais.
Ah, petit là. S'il a la P1 dans monsieur.
Oui, il y a la paire.
So, Suntir gets only 2 hits from the range 1 attack on the 104th, on the gold squadron, sorry. Yep, gold squadron number 2, the red one, the red based one. And there's 2 blanks, so 2 damage cards. It's a shame he didn't get more hits out of that those dice. Those 4 dice he had. So now Dutch is going to fire on Sinker, I guess, because it's unobstructed. And gets 1 hit and a crit after spending the force from 4, 5th brother. And looks like 2 evades.
On est là, reviens. Sinker.
Sinker peut tirer dans son tir.
D'accord, là je peux. Ah, je suis pas sûr. Non. Par contre,
Normalement, il est
parallèle, bon, je te voyais, on est
I
d'accord.
don't know what's happening. There's a lot of booming,
Voilà.
and I can feel the round shaking.
Ouais, on est d'accord. C'est pour ça que j'avais gardé le focus parce que justement, je me disais que tu me
Portée 2. Donc 3 contre 3.
So, 3 attack on 3 defense. Firing on Suntir now. Sinker. Looks like 3 hits to 2 evades. Spends the evade.
Portée 2. Sinker.
1 hit,
Ouais.
1 evade. And that's that for this round. And yeah, they can't shoot anybody, so those green tokens go away and they go back to dials. Judge Axel comes in the camera.
virage serré.
Pas.
Ils ont des trucs en virage serré.
Tiens. J'ai rien programmé. Et Duchesse, elle a pas en bleu?
En bleu, elle a. Oh, attends, de toute façon, j'ai pas. Elle a bleu.
Et tu peux plus faire le. Même si
Les grands, je peux l'utiliser quand je veux.
même si t'es stressé.
Même si je suis stressé.
Donc t'as les 1 et les 2.
possibility here for... I mean, Vader's kind of in an unengaged position, so he's going to want to maybe use that Talon roll to the left next turn, although he's likely to run into those 2 Gold Squadron troopers that are heading towards that board edge. Maybe the other one as well, if it anticipates that maneuver and turns to the right. So maybe a Talon roll right. Talon roll right. He's got an afterburner. He's got 1 afterburner left. He could Talon roll right and still get back into range to be able to fire on something after using the afterburners. Sunti's in a pretty good position here. To just, yeah, I mean, Duchess as well with the ailerons, she can just get back straight in. She can probably even do a 1 bank left ailerons, 1 bank right. It's a kind of an S turn to put herself alongside Sinker. Yeah, I mean, like, the question is here, what does Sebastian think is his target priority? Where's he going to send the ships after, right? So I'm guessing the 3 Gold Squadron troopers that are pointed towards the camera, relatively speaking, will probably be trying to turn to the right and try and pursue Vader. I mean, like, they could. The 2 that are facing diagonally towards Sebastian could maybe even do the 2 K turns and try and make sure that they don't allow Suntir too much space behind them. Followed by the other Gold Squadron that's actually face head on to the camera, maybe going for the 3K turn. That's a 3K turn. 2 Talon roll to the left. Get himself into a good position, which would mean probably with Sinker and with the Gold Squadron that did the K turn last turn, we probably want to have them turn towards Duchess and not allow Duchess the free space to move around. So, did he not get my message? I mean, Vader, having been the only ship that's taken any damage on Paul's side of the table, puts him in a very favourable position now. He's got 1 of his Gold Squadron troopers damaged on Sebastian's side of the table. I mean, let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's it basically. We're looking at the Gold Squadron trooper with the red base. Numéro 2. Oh, no, number 5. Number 5. Right. Okay. Let me see. I can try and put some colours on this overlay. Hang on a sec. So number 5's got a red base. Number 6 has got a violet base. Green one and the blue one. And it looks like the blue one's number 4. And then the green one is number 3. Some very long planning phases here, and like I say, it's just that, I mean, because it's really, the question is that Sebastian's got to try and work out, A, who his targets of opportunity or priority are. Right now, his target of priority would be probably Vader, because that's where he's going to get the most points. He's already lost 1 hit point. There's a possibility of getting multiple arcs, but Vader's also got those force tokens, so he's got a lot more token stack. You're looking at Vader being stressed next turn, so that would be his target priority, but it's not going to be his target of opportunity, because Vader's not going to be in a position that he can reach this next turn. So like I say, he wants to take those.
Ok.
He wants to take the red and the blue gold squadron and give them the 3k turn and talon roll this one. It looks like he's talon rolling it to the right. No, he's not. He's just simply one banking to the right, which means he's blocked off that k turn for the blue gold squadron trooper. Eek, 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 eek. Because then it would have been a situation where, and if you might permit me, that he was here, and then if he'd have allowed these two to do the 3k turn into this area, and then had him take the talon roll, and then we'd have to wait and see where Sunta ends up. But it means he's blocking off this area here for Sunta. That he's going to get shots on him anywhere that Sunta goes.
Ensuite, celui-là, le 5.
But no, he's decided he wanted to try and chase Vader. So I'm guessing he's anticipated Vader doing a talon roll to the left. Damn, every time they touch the table, that camera shakes like crazy.
Il déstresse. Il va faire un œil.
And just focuses, yeah. And Sinker and the red, the purple gold squadron trooper. No, Sinker's gone the other way. What the? I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it at all. I guess he wants to target priority as Vader. And he knows he's going to bump there.
Comme ça.
Oui. Alors attends, ce qu'on va faire, bouge pas.
Non mais je le fixe en fait sur le côté.
Non, mais regarde, je mets là.
Je le penche comme ça, si tu veux, et je
Voilà,
retiens.
c'est pour éviter de bouger les choses. Ok.
Tu fais toujours le
Oui. Duchesse.
Adaptive aileron.
So Duchess earlier on to the left, as I said she probably would, and as she's gone for the same. He's not put down the template. Oh no, there he goes. 3 straight and just bumps into Sinker. Now that puts her on the gas cloud as well. Makes no difference. She was going to skip her action anyway because of the bump, but it puts her at range 1 of that gold squadron trooper.
Taille advance Vador.
The Darth Vader. Free talon roll the other way, right? No, just a standard turn. Okay. It's just saying, no, there's no reason for me to get involved in this round. He wasn't going to get into a position where he's going to get a lot of shots. He's going to get a peachy shot on any other targets anyway. And he managed to get away from that first engagement, that first joust, with virtually no damage. So he's kind of pretty much done what he needed to do.
Ça, c'est son action.
C'était son action. Son tir. Inséré.
Suntir just takes the 1 hard turn.
Moi, je m'en doutais un peu.
And I mean, from there, well, let's say, I mean, he might just be able to squeeze in a barrel roll to the right and lock in on the red Gold Squadron Trooper at range 1 to be able to completely pound some more damage into him. think he might just fit. I don't know. No, maybe not. If he goes backwards. Focus. Not sure about the focus. He's also got sinker. He's probably at range 1 anyway. Of the red Gold Squadron Trooper.
Alors, je te vois pas lui, non, par contre.
Tu vois le 5.
Le 5 que j'avais dans le viseur.
Ouais.
Le 5 étant celui qui était blessé.
Yeah, so firing on the red Gold Squadron Trooper, number 5, numéro 5. Numéro 5. And you've got 1, 2, 3. Looks like 1 crit might be in there, and a focus gets spent for 4. He's got to get 2 to stay on the table. He's got a focus. So it looks like he stays on the table. It looks like he just takes 2 damage and stays on the table with 1 hit point. Ooh. Which doesn't really make any difference because Duchess gets a shot on him as well. And is that? That's come face up, so that's a hold. And there's 2 hits there and 2 blanks from Duchess, and 1 evade and a blank. Looks like 1 finally goes through, and the red-based Gold Squadron Trooper with a structural damage goes down. Loose stabilizer, my bad, not structural. Oh no, it went to the other one. Oh, because of course range 1.
Lui voit personne.
Il voit personne. En fait, il y a que le 6 qui peut tirer sur.
Firing on the one with the purple base.
Je pensais que les dés m'auraient accompagné, mais non.
Là, ouais, c'est
1 focus, 2 blanks. Spends the focus because, you know, and there's an evade on Duchess's die anyway, so no change there. Once again, another round over with virtually no damage on Paul's side of the table. In fact, no damage dealt that turn on Paul's side of the table. The only thing he's lost so far is 1 shield on Vader. I'm surprised to see him take the range 1 shot on. I guess he's thinking that Gold Squadron Trooper isn't going to be involved in the next round of combat anyway. Or I don't know. I'd still like to see him taken off, and then that way next round you can focus fire on another one, spreading damage around onto the other one just because it was at range 1. I feel like there. Also, he had no mods because he had the focus, he had the force token. I don't know. Anyway, I would have probably tried to shoot on the Gold Squadron Trooper that round, the one that was already damaged. It was down to 1 hit point, but he decided to go for the one that was at range 1. He wanted to see if he could get 4 hits through and leave him on range on 1 hit point as well, I guess. But this is one of those things about X-Wing, right? Is that you've got to kind of sit there and weigh up your decisions and decide what's best for me right now. Is it best to have money in the bank? Am I taking a ship off the table? Or is it best for me to spread damage around to make things easier in the end game? As it is, the Sinker Swarm is spread out. The next round, Sinker's ability is not going to have anything to do with anything. That's even if they manage to get arcs on Vader. The free... This wing of fighters here who decided to overcommit to chase down Vader are not going to be involved in this next round of combat unless Suntir basically gives them a free shot while he's trying to chase down the damaged Gold Squadron Trooper, which is that one there. Vader, if he wanted to get involved earlier, would be taking a free Talon roll to the right and getting himself into a position to set up for attack run on the next turn, maybe even coming over this way towards Sinker and Gold Squadron Trooper number 6.
Okay.
It's now this time Sebastian's dials have gone down pretty quick, and they're getting ready to move. So he's been a lot more decisive this round. As I said, like, he's not got many options. I mean, Vader's kind of disengaged. Duchess is in a position where he's not going to be able to fire on Duchess unless we're talking about in Sinker's rear arc.
Ah oui, oui, non, c'est bon, oui, je répare celle-là.
C'est juste pour.
Oui, oui, non, non, voilà, je me suis trompé.
So the action to flip the whole breech face
Bah,
down.
justement, on va faire celui-là tout de suite et il répare aussi.
Jusque-là, c'est logique.
Son action va s'y réparer. Ensuite, non, lui d'abord.
Talon rolling. With Gold Squadron Trooper number.
Et 9, oui, c'est ça.
Ouais.
The blue base.
Ça va monter, ouais. Ça te va là?
And Sinker trying to get out of
Je peux mettre
there.
là, si ça te va?
Ça fait pareil.
Ça passe pas.
No, don't do that. Don't ever do that.
Caillou, je vois rien.
Oui, non, je savais pas que sur le côté ça faisait pas.
Je sais pas.
J'ai jamais pour après, j'ai jamais fait l'expérience. Je comprends pas que ça fasse.
Ça fait pas pareil, mais.
Okay. So yeah, like I say, they're pretty much. I mean, even this round, the positional game for the Republic is terrible. All arcs are spread out in different directions. He's never going to get more than one arc on any one of Paul's ships. This might have been a desperate gambit to try and get himself into a position to be able to set up for another round later. But here we've got Duchess now going full throttle after the detached wing of Gold Squadron troopers. Now, right there he's at range 1. Where's Suntir going to end up? This is Suntir is going hard in. Looks like he might even bump. Does he fit like a bumps into the back of Duchess, which makes him suddenly a target priority for the Gold Squadron trooper who's dead. Well, mate, yeah. So that Gold Squadron trooper is gone before he's going to get an opportunity to fire, because both Duchess and Suntir are going to fire on him before he gets the opportunity to fire back. And there's not going to be much he can do against that, just one hit point. So yeah, Vader just kind of turns in, decides he's not going to press it for this round. And you know what? Takes the target lock. Could have even boosted with the afterburners. He wants to save that afterburner though. He's got that last afterburner left, and it's going to be a hairy situation. And he looks like he wants to target lock the Gold Squadron trooper, which is the furthest from him. Which is an interesting choice. That he'd rather take the Gold Squadron trooper down than Sinker.
Tiens mon vaisseau. En fait, c'est comme ça. Parce que si tu le mets comme ça, t'as la diagonale qui
Ah oui,
Et là, tu vois, là, il faut faire attention avec eux.
non, mais tu fais bien d'ailleurs, je n'ai jamais pensé à faire ce truc. Focus.
And focuses. Looks like he did he. No, yeah, he's target locked.
Oui.
He's target locked the Gold Squadron trooper, and he
C'est
focused.
pour, oui, sous le tir.
And yeah, so basically, only person being shot at is Darth Vader by one ship this turn, so not really much to have hope. And Darth Vader's got 2 force tokens, so yeah, there's not really much you can hope for here. One hit becomes one hit and a focus after rerolling a cop die. Suntis spends a focus for 2. And this is the red-based Gold Squadron trooper. Only gets a focus result and down.
Eh ben, le nombre de vierges que je fais.
Oh my god! I've got no idea what's going on. Why are we spreading our damage out all over the place? Why? What? So now, I guess here comes Vader, right? No. Okay, so it's Vader just attacked. Okay, right now the Reds.
Donc il explose.
Oh, I mixed up the bases. Okay.
Sinker.
Sinker peut tirer par
Boom, boom.
pénétration.
Right, okay, so yeah, you took one off anyway. And there's the one that's damaged is the one that's facing the board edge right now. Sinker's going to get a shot on Vader.
On n'a pas les mêmes dés. Hein.
And there you've got 2 hits and a blank. And there you've got an evade and a focus. Uses the focus token. Whoops.
Si tu veux le replacer, c'est que je vais toucher ça.
And that's
C'est
that.
tout, je peux rien faire d'autre. Je fais un nombre de vierges en vert.
So did Vader shoot?
Bah si,
Or not?
avec focus et relance de Sinker.
I do not know.
Non, j'utilise pas mes
I
yeux.
guess he doesn't have arc, right? He got the target lock, but he didn't have arc. Okay, so they go back to dials.
Double vierge. Et lui, il fait beaucoup d'évades, mais bon, voilà, c'est le jeu. C'est le jeu.
C'est à cause des dés, pas l'adversaire. Alors c'est l'adversaire qui est plus fort forcément.
Non, non, après, il se place mieux, hein. Ça, c'est sûr, il n'y a rien à dire.
C'est plus de la liste après. En fait, déjà, c'est l'engagement.
So yeah, it's basically becoming
Je
a
pense que j'ai trop boosté. J'aurais dû temporiser.
Chinese
Et avec mon
water
arc, j'aurais dû
torture
mettre la
here
fléchette
for
parce qu'elle est
Sebastian,
foncée.
where basically the drops are just adding up every single turn, getting a little bit heavier, a little bit
Ça, j'ai
heavier.
trop foncé, ça t'a laissé le temps de faire derrière le caillou. Si j'avais temporisé un peu plus, je t'aurais attrapé.
Ouais, ça aurait été. Si on avait en temporisant plus.
And there's not much he's going to be able to do to claw this back now.
Et derrière, je pouvais vite contourner.
C'est bon pour moi. Et mon Sinker n'aurait pas dû se retourner.
Lequel
Sinker. Ça aurait dû le
Sinker,
faire.
bah, je l'imaginais poursuivre les autres, mais vu que le terrain était assez chargé là, j'étais un peu.
J'aurais pas dû me retourner. Mais bon.
Il aurait pu poursuivre les autres. Après, le truc, c'est que lui, je pouvais temporiser mon 3 tours en fait.
Mais ouais, mais il aurait pas été stressé, tu vois. Il aurait pas été obligé de revenir là. Il aurait pu revenir là. Mais bon, c'est mon approche, là, j'ai été trop rapide. J'aurais dû
Je
être
pense
plus lent.
que tu as été rapide, dégroupé. Là où j'étais content, c'est que
Ouh.
Sinker, à un moment, il était décalé, il était derrière, il pouvait plus faire bénéficier son.
Si, justement, il a fait bénéficier à...
There's just 5 minutes left in the round
Oui,
now.
c'est du détail. Et ça me mettait en avantage dans ce là. Mais t'as bien géré l'approche 3 comme ça. Oui, même.
Non, non, j'ai pas bumpé.
Je sais pas.
Non, non, j'ai pas bumpé. Hein. Je suis passé.
They were talking so much, I didn't realise they started the manoeuvres. It kind of got the aspect that they can't like talking about the game as if it wrapped up already.
Je fais n'importe quoi. Non, non, de toute façon, je vais faire ça. Bon, je l'ai dit, je le fais.
Enfin, moi, ça me
Going
dérange.
backwards and forwards on that.
Non. J'ai dit que je le faisais. Je le fais.
There's that. Just a standard free turn to the left
Et de
with
toute
the
façon, il lui
damaged
reste un point de vie,
Gold
donc
Squadron
il y a pas
Trooper.
grand-chose à faire.
And yeah, I can just see basically
Ciblé.
Duchess and Suntir just basically, I mean, they could even cater to try and press fire on the green-based Gold Squadron Trooper.
Focus aussi.
Yeah, and here's where Vader comes scooting into range one of that Gold Squadron Trooper.
Ça va être le dernier tour, donc. Bien joué. Chaque fois que je fais le stream, je perds, donc je pense que je ferai plus le stream. C'est la deuxième fois que je le fais.
La duchesse.
Et le rond, j'imagine. J'avais pas beaucoup de choix. Je partais de l'autre côté, tu m'avais.
Duchess uses the ailerons to go to the left, and then
Après, tu peux me faire des
S turns back. Oh no, no, straight, one straight.
T'arrives à me détruire un vaisseau.
Bah, j'ai pas réussi à
Now
faire plus qu'un
here-
peu de valeur avec mes tirs. Alors que
It's going to be interesting to see
normalement,
where Suntir goes.
c'est bien, t'es bien sorti des arcs et tout, t'as fait ce qu'il fallait.
C'est le numéro 2. Non, 5.
Ça c'est le 5, c'est celui-là, il lui reste un point de vie.
Sountir. Sountir. Je me suis trompé dans les manœuvres. Autant pour moi.
Enfin, ça change rien.
Ouais. Mais ça m'arrange parce que je pense que le tournoi, je te donnerai. J'étais pas un peu mal.
Oui.
Just takes the free bank to the right. Obviously, you're going to have the option of boosting to avoid Sinker's arc. Not like it's a priority. He's in a pretty good. He's done pretty well so far. He could just even token stack right now. Yeah, boost to the right. Probably even a barrel roll left after the boost. No, he's not going to escape that arc though. Barrel roll left. Try and get as much range as possible between him and Sinker.
Mais avec le petit tonneau qui va bien, je pense que je vais le sentir.
Attends, il est bien.
Est-ce que tu vois aussi?
Mais bon, ça changera pas.
Ah, si tu fais bobo à son tir, ça va marcher. Là, il y a Jones.
T'as 3D, t'as 4D.
Ah, mais j'ai pas de modificateur.
Vader goes too straight.
Mais bon, t'as des bondés en ce moment.
Ah ouais, c'est la fin là.
Ouais. Mais c'est le dernier tour de toute façon. On fait le combat et puis c'est fini.
Et lui, c'est le numéro 6.
Oui, il n'y a qu'un dégât. T'as fait un 2. Hein.
Je vais faire de...
T'as pas le boost en fait. Mais tu peux faire un tour. Donc un de force.
Link, action.
Ah voilà, donc tu te stops. Donc c'est le dernier tour.
Bah, c'est ça. Donc, allez.
Bah vas-y.
Sountir, personne. Radar, rien. Tac,
Terminé messieurs.
tac. Grâce à la force.
Attends, t'as fait comment
Oh, okay.
Target lock qui m'a permis de changer un clavier.
So Vader's got
Et après tu prends une force.
Un point de force pour elle.
2 hits of focus and there's 1 evade.
Pour la moitié, ça me fait bien plaisir. Ça m'évitera peut-être un incident fâcheux.
Still on the one that's not taken any damage. Oh no, no, no. It's the
Ah
one
oui, c'est un
that
crit,
one
le
take
dernier,
one
le
card, so that's a weapons failure.
Ça, c'est le petit bam. Ok.
Down to 1 hit point.
C'était pas la partie pour moi.
Duchesse.
Soutien, non, Duchesse.
P1. Je crois pas que j'étais dans le.
Non, tu m'as pas non plus.
P1. J'étais.
En plus,
Bah,
pourquoi t'as pas fait une consent?
j'avais pas pris une pierre dessus, mais.
Ah, même je te prends la moitié, c'est pas grand chose.
There's 1 evade, so the crit is, can't see it,
Il est mort.
but it finally takes that red-based ship off the table.
Allez, vas-y.
Je fais 50%.
And that's gain. Oh, Sinker gets the fire back.
Bah, Sinker d'abord.
Sinker gets the fire on someone, so does the Gold Squadron Trooper.
P2.
The
Ouais, non, mais pardon, c'est P2.
Ouais, c'est P2. Allez, vas-y.
Alcance or Alcance 2.
Sur un incident, tu peux me détruire. Ouais, je pense pas. Il a un shield. Non, mais ça m'est déjà arrivé, c'était particulièrement frustrant.
And those are shiny. There's too much light there, but it's like 2 hits, and there you've
Laissez les
got
casser,
a couple of
t'aurais
evades.
pas- Tu fais des bons jets, hein. Lui, P1.
Ouais, je reconnais que la force est avec moi là-dessus.
Même pas un œil pour le transformer.
There's 2 hits and a blank, and there's 2 evades, so that is game there. And that's the end of round 1 from day 1B of the French Grand Championship. Sebastian starts off on a losing foot, whilst Paul Mandin moves through to the next round. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to get interviews. I'm not really sure. I mean, they both speak English okay, but I'm more worried about... Do you know what? In this round, I'm not going to do it. I'll do it quickly over at the table now, because I'm worried that they might be going to the next round really quickly.
J'aurais pas dû accélérer pour venir à l'affrontement. Mais c'est bien, c'est comme ça qu'on apprend, c'est dans le sang.
C'est comme ça. Moi, je suis bien content.
Bah oui.
Je m'entraîne avec les visuels.
Félicitations, Paul. Désolé,
No, cada vez que salgo contigo pierdo, así que...
Every time you're on this table, you lose, huh?
Pero ahí jugué mal, así que no es culpa tuya.
No, ahí había una. You didn't. There was what was it? Once you split up, once you went after Vader over here, and Vader went the other way, that was kind of like you left yourself compromised with position.
Yeah, sí, sí.
And there was no real recovery. And the joust as well, where you only took like 1 shield and that was it. It was like, oh well, this game's not gonna go. It's gonna be uphill from here. It was gonna be a difficult game, right? Fill out your match slip.
Pero está bien, se aprende.